All right, let's dive into something that sounds, well, kind of crazy. We're going to look at a step-by-step guide for building a real, functional chatbot, think ChatGPT, completely from scratch. And the kicker? The whole thing is designed to be done for about $100.
But come on, is that even possible? Can one developer with $100 in their pocket actually replicate one of the most complex, expensive technologies out there? The answer, incredibly, is yes, and we're about to walk through exactly how it's done.
So, who is the brain behind this whole thing? None other than Karpathy, a true legend in the AI world from his time at OpenAI and Tesla. He calls his project nanochat, and, I love this, describes it as unhinged. That's exactly the kind of energy you need when you're trying to pull off something this wild. So let's get into the guide itself. You gotta understand, nanochat isn't just a model or a piece of code. It is a complete A to Z pipeline. The whole idea is you can spin up a computer in the cloud, run one script, and just a few hours later, you have your own AI you can talk to. This is AI training speedrun style.
And what really makes NanoChat so special is the philosophy behind it. It's the whole shebang, taking you from raw text all the way to a working chat interface in about 4 hours. And it does it all with only about 8,000 lines of code. It's intentionally kept minimal so you can actually read it, understand it, and, hack on it yourself.
Okay, so every build has to start somewhere, right? You need a solid foundation. Before our model can learn a single thing, we have to forge the fundamental building blocks of its language and, of course, give it something to read. And here is the game plan, the full roadmap for our journey. First, we have to train something called a tokenizer. Then comes the heavy lifting, pre-training the base model to give it knowledge about the world. And finally, we'll run it through a series of tuning stages to teach it how to actually be a helpful chatbot. Let's get to it. First things first, the tokenizer. The easiest way to think about this is that we are literally inventing a custom dictionary for our AI. It's a tool that breaks down all human language, words, sentences, punctuation, into a series of numbers, or tokens that a computer can actually process. Without this, all that text is just meaningless noise. So, our AI has its dictionary. Now it needs a library to read. For NanoChat, that library is 24 gigabytes of high-quality educational text pulled from the web. This is the raw clay that we're going to use to sculpt our AI's intelligence. And now we're at the big one. This is the most critical, most power-hungry, and most expensive part of the whole process, pre-training. This is where our model goes from being an empty box to something that actually understands language and the world. Remember our budget, that $100? Well, this is where it really comes into play. To do this, we're renting a pretty beefy cloud computer with 8 power